Hello, friends. Christina Zaharia coming to you live from Toronto, Canada. I call this live the lunch live because I'm taking my lunch during my regular full time job to talk to the one and only Sean G. Murphy. This man has had such a big impact in my life. Just recently, which was yesterday, he celebrated 6 years of his morning calls, and the day before, he had celebrated 2000 episodes. So today was episode 2002. But without further ado, let me bring to the stage Sean Murphy. Hey, Sean, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Christina. How are you? So good to see you.
I am good. I'm good. Thank you so much for taking the time today. And I know that this is something that we can celebrate, but today is not about that. You were able to beat me to the school, and you did something that I was very you know for you being my mentor, I was very proud of you because you took the first step and figured this out. So you did something that I just want to share the screen so that I can show because I'm visual. So I want to show people what you've created here. So this again, do you want to talk about what this school and all these
Well,
resources are doing here?
yeah, when when the crowd is heading off in a direction, we talk about, well, don't go the way the crowd goes. Well, you got to look at who the crowd is. And this crowd is very successful, the people who are using school. Alex Hormozy has done some things. So I went in the last week and I said, I got to put it in a place to make it easier. And even some of the people who have been with me for 4 or 5 years are like, I don't remember this. So all of this content are hours and hours of content that's free. That's no fee that you get to have access to. And you can go to Sean's School, SeanSkool.com, and you can go join it. If you're already in school, just find it real easy. It'll log you in. But
And
all of
I
this content, the 12 weeks there,
yeah.
that's the that's the 12-week mastermind program. That's a $5,000 program. Why would I give it for free? Well, it seems like that's the bus everybody's on. And I want you to have access to this stuff because it's, again, the end of the year. 2025 is right around the corner.
And now, of you started many days ago talking about the new mastermind that you have coming up. Can you tell me more about that?
It's called the decision of self. And again, it was supposed to be 15 part session. It'll probably be closer to 20. But this is about allowing you to really unlock your human potential. Right? One of my goals for 2025 is to change the way I say things so the things I say change things. And we're on session 12 today. And it's truly about you understanding that wherever you want to get to, the next level you want to arrive at, it's going to need a shift in your identity. And we all say that. We say, I want to become more, I want to do more, but there's certain steps that need to happen inside the brain so that you can truly unlock your potential. Today we talked about fear, and we need to realize how much fear gives us an edge. Now, some people, it puts them on the edge. If you truly understand how to use fear, it can give you the edge. And that's what we talked about today. So I would encourage you, go there, take a look, listen to it. And then what I offered is a 12-month, actually 13-month mastermind, where I'm just setting, if you kind of give you a little sneak, there's the big ass calendar. All of those little spots are different meetings that I plan to have with the mastermind. And there's going to be 6 live events, and there's going to be a whole bunch of virtual events, and it's guaranteed. You figure out the dollar figure you want for 2025. We put a program together. You show me your program, and then we go rewire the brain to get that done. So that's the offering. And I was quite surprised. I was quite happy. Let me say that. How many people said yes right away to the program? Because I learned from Kyle Wilson, Jim Rome's business partner. If you're in a circle, don't say yes. you might need to rethink it. So I was excited how many people said yes.
Yeah, and it was fascinating what you said this morning. You said that many people pay money for a gym membership, but they don't pay the money for a brain membership. Now,
Oh, snap.
little do we know that many people don't even pay the money for a gym membership. Why do you think that's it? Why do you think people like to stay where they're at expecting something new?
Well, why do people go to a gym? I understand we need to have a strong body. They go because they want to look better. How many people are going to the gym don't feel better? They don't have the finances they want. And they don't, so it's a distraction. I'm not saying getting healthy is a distraction, but becoming rich, becoming wealthy is a huge part of all that we do. And it's not about money. They're becoming wealthy in body. Uh, what's his name? Wallace D. Waddle said, if you sacrifice your mind for your body, you'll struggle in wealth. It has to be a harmony between all of them. So if you go work on your body, go work on your brain. And we do that through mental toughness, reading. How many books has the last person bought? Have they actually read? So what I'm helping people do is go to the sign up for their brain membership.
I love that, and you're right. I did purchase this book, and I'm gonna read it. But I made a promise to myself that I'm gonna finish the last book, or the one that I'm reading right now, before I start a new one. Just
100%.
to challenge my brain to do something new, because before I would have several books that I just started but never finished, right? And
Kind of
so
like trying to discipline 35 kids who aren't yours.
exactly. So when you talk about mastermind, when you said mastermind, you said 12 months mastermind, and then I was scrolling through and I reached out and I said, but you mentioned 13 at one point. Why is that? Why do you go the extra mile all the time? You even put a money back guarantee if you put the work that you ask people to do and they don't have the results. And as far as I know, because I've been in your circle for the last 2 years, I haven't heard anyone coming to ask you for your money back because they've seen results. But is it is it that why you offer this money back guarantee for
Well,
everything that you provide?
yeah, because if you're going, listen carefully, if you're going to go spend money on a training, if you're going to go spend money on a program, it should perform. You're buying it for self-development. The challenge is you're not at the self to develop yet. It's this paradox. So I look at it and say, if you don't get the results, I know I'm not responsible for you. I'm responsible to you. But I take the responsibility that says, if you're not doing it, then I must not be the best coach. And my goal is to be a mentor and to help you do things you didn't know you could do. So I really want you to have access to your human potential. So that's why I'll put in the money, because most people aren't willing to invest in themselves. If there's no risk, then that's a good thing. So that's what I do, is I try to take away the risk, because if I can get into your energy orbit, I know we can do great things. I've done this for 40 years. This isn't my first rodeo. I'm not hoping somebody signs up. I know that whoever signs up is going to get more than they anticipated, because that's just the way I was raised, right? Leave it better than you found it. So that's why the 13 months, that's why the money back guarantee, that's why we check in on a regular basis. We're not waiting to month 10 to go, so what do you think of the program? This is from session 1. Did you get your values worth? I want somebody to say to me, I got my value in the first month of the program, which will probably be the case. That's how customized, that's how intense this program is going to be.
Is this program for everybody?
It's only for the people who are tired of being where they're at and are willing to say, I need to make a change that will transform. It's not for tire kickers. It's not for everybody who's going to sign up and be gone in 30 days. If that's the case, go watch all the free videos. So it's not for everybody. It is definitely not for everybody. It's for those who are saying, I wish I had my chance. If I could just do it, I'm willing to work with anybody to help them get started. We'll figure out a way to get started. The getting started shouldn't be an excuse. The money shouldn't be an excuse. Because if I'm good at what I do, you'll make the money. It's kind of simple. She's busy doing all the backside work.
Exactly. I just wanted to add a banner. What are your excuses for not getting started? Right? Because it's so easy to find excuses, and how Rohn says, it's easy to do, it's easy not to do. You choose which easy you go with.
Exactly.
Right. And the other fascinating thing was on a morning call when everyone was surprised that you are okay to go full in on a business side, because they knew you as the Sean who provides tons of values, who makes sure that you're all cocooned, sometimes kicking your butt, but making sure that your mind is in the right is in the right mindset. But now you're not willing, you're going full in on the business side as well. What made you come to this point? What How did you decide to create this mastermind?
Well, everybody wants success. And in order to have success, we got to have people, we got to have clients, we got to have customers. The challenge is most people don't know their numbers. And when I say know your numbers, what is your call ratio? What is your conversion ratio? What are the numbers that you need to hit your goals for the month? What's the profit margin? What are you willing to spend, right? Most people don't have a budget to go put an advertising campaign in the beginning. So you're going to have to, as Tony Robbins says, you're going to have to cut your teeth a little bit because you can't cut your check right away. So we have to look at the most productive return on your time. So everything we look at is based upon an ROI, return on investment. So we need to look at what's the profit margin of your products, what's the average percentage rate that your income comes from your network marketing business or traditional business. How much time are you getting paid per hour, right? What's the average? And how do we up that average? Because I teach the Z curve of marketing, of business. Old customers, old products, old customers, new products, new customers, old products, new customers, new products. And you're only on one of those four areas. And if you're not focusing those, scrolling doesn't get you into any one of those four areas. And there's a message that's different for each one of those customers. So that's what we talk about as it relates to business. I've run multi-million-dollar businesses. I've operated out of a cigar box, if you will, cash only. And I know what it takes to be profitable. Because if we can get profit, there's a lot of people who get a check, but they're not profitable. So we're gonna put some profit back in your pocket.
And so when you talk about profit and you mentioned network marketing and you mentioned the business, how about for the 9 to 5 employee who doesn't have anything yet?
Well, they have their experience. And if they've ever gotten a promotion, people want to know, how do they get a promotion? If they have a desire to be a writer, they can go create ebooks. If they have a desire to be a coach or a teacher or a trainer, they can do that part-time. If they want to learn how to use Airbnb to build their value, if they want to understand how to leverage ChatGPT to get a better raise at their next promotion, all of these things. So the 9 to 5 is simply an illusion. It's how you create your income. Now the question is do you have more month than money? Then we got to look at your profit formula. And we can look at that from people who are 9 to 5, people who are small business owners. I can probably be productive with somebody that does up to about $200 to $300 million a year in volume. Above that, there's other things that you need to have. You're usually doing something internationally. I haven't been in the international market for half a decade, so there's some rules that have changed that I'm not up to speed on. I can get up to speed fairly quickly. I have my Rolodex, but I'm probably $100 million, $200 million and under that. Those are the people that I can help like this month.
Thank you, Sean. I want to be mindful of your time, and I just wanted to again say that we're going to talk about this book, and when we do, we're going to mention Kyle Wilson, because many people don't even know who Jim Rohn is. Okay, never mind the Kyle Wilson, but you've been in this inner circle of Kyle Wilson and you met some pretty amazing people, and I am so lucky to be in your circle so that I get all the download from what you've learned from them. So thank you so much for being here, and looking forward to I don't really know if I'm looking forward to some ass kicking, but yeah, I am. Thank you so much, Sean.
I love you. Thank you. And thank you for all you do. And you are an amazing mom, wife, friend, teacher. You're just an incredible human being. Thanks for coming into my world.
Thank you, Sean. So I hope that you found some value, you got some value from being here today. I can tell you that I start my mornings with Sean because I want to make sure that my brain is set up for success. And that's why I'm part of Sean Murphy's community. And you can be too. You heard him. Free of charge. You have access to a bunch of resources. Just take the time to invest them in yourself. And then if you want to kick in, 2025, if you want to welcome the year of 2025 and decide, right? I mentioned yesterday the four emotions. If you feel that you had enough, that this is it, then you want to be part of Sean Murphy's mastermind. And you might ask, why am I promoting it? Is because I saw success, and because, again, I want to be surrounded by all the other amazing human beings in Sean's community and get a download from all the information and knowledge that Sean has acquired. I wanted to remind you to do something nice for someone today, like my friend and chiropractor Dr. Sean Demaris told his son every single day. And remember that in a world where people choose to hate each other for no reason, I choose to love for no reason, like Jessie Lee Ward would say. I appreciate you, and I will see you at the next live. Bye, friends.